Episode 56 ZLB October 30th, 2024. The closing arguments of 2 United States presidential candidates. In Episode 56 ZLB 1 United States 2 World 3 California 4 Colorado 5 Maryland 6 Massachusetts 7 Rhode Island 8 Vermont 9 Tennessee 10 Texas 11 Wisconsin 12 Canada 13 United Kingdom 14 India 15 PM2.5 and breast cancer. Main content. 1A United States. RAWSEP View. The closing arguments of the 2 United States presidential candidates inform residents against wood smoke emission particulates about how each candidate will approach their duties to the American people to diligently ensure clean air for Americans if elected president. Duties which RAWSEP thinks should include first ensuring through continued heat pump rebates as a clean home heating alternative to indoor residential wood burning for those indoor residential wood burners who are indigent, and secondly, supporting the enaction of laws that would shut down each indoor residential wood burning appliance whose emissions above World Health Organization PM2.5 levels of 5 micrograms per cubic meter enter the yards of near neighbors of indoor wood burners and sicken the near neighbors of indoor wood burners. United States closing arguments of 2 United States presidential candidates. Substack. Letters from an American Heather Cox Richardson. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. October 29, 2024. Republican presidential nominee former President Donald Trump offered Americans his closing argument in the 2024 presidential race on Sunday, October 27th, at Madison Square Garden. At a rally that evoked a Nazi rally at the old Madison Square Garden on February 20, 1939, Trump's warm-up acts set the terms of Trump's final pitch to voters by calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean. They called Vice President Kamala Harris the Antichrist and the devil. When Trump took the stage about 2 hours late, he echoed the warm-up acts, and then reiterated that he believes fellow Americans are the enemy within. The racism and fascism Trump's MAGA Republicans displayed at Madison Square Garden is usually expressed within their media bubble, where it passes for normal conversation. The backlash against it among people in the real world appears to have shocked the Trump campaign so much that the candidate is running away from his own closing argument. On Monday, Trump felt obliged to tell an audience in Georgia, "I'm not a Nazi." The Trump campaign has made it a point never to apologize and never to explain, but on Monday it broke that rule, trying to distance itself from performer Tony Hinchcliffe's comments about Puerto Rico. This morning, Trump announced he would hold a press conference at Lago. He showed up more than an hour late for the assembled press, then began the event by undermining faith in the election, claiming the campaign is going very well. There are some bad spots in Pennsylvania where some serious things have been caught or are in the process of being caught, although it was unclear what he meant. He went on to deliver such a litany of lies that CNN cited them as a reason to cut away from the speech. Tonight, October 29, 2024, Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris offered her own closing argument to the American voters. Once again taking her campaign directly to Trump, she held a rally at the Ellipse near the White House, where Trump spoke to his supporters on January 6, 2021, before sending them off to the U.S. Capitol to stop the counting of the electoral votes that would make Joe Biden president. More than 75,000 attendees in the Ellipse and standing on the mall near the Washington Monument waved flags and held up signs with USA printed on them as Harris spoke in front of a backdrop of the White House, on a stage with a line of American flags. 1 week from today, you will have the chance to make a decision that directly impacts your life, the life of your family, and the future of this country we love, she said. IAT will probably be the most important vote you ever cast. And this election is more than just a choice between 2 parties and 2 different candidates. It is a choice about whether we have a country rooted in freedom for every American or ruled by chaos and division. Harris outlined Trump's attempt to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election and noted that he is unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and out for unchecked power. She continued, Donald Trump has spent a decade trying to keep the American people divided and afraid of each other. That is who he is. But America, I am here tonight to say, that is not who we are. She called for Americans to turn the page on the drama and the conflict, the fear and division. The vice president described herself as someone who has spent most of my career outside of Washington, D.C., a former prosecutor who cares that all people are treated fairly and that those who use their wealth or power to take advantage of other people are held to account. She promised to work every day to build consensus and reach compromise to get things done to work with everyone, Democrats, Republicans, and independents, to help Americans who are working hard and still struggling to get ahead. She vowed to lower costs by delivering tax cuts to working people and the middle class, ban price gouging on groceries, lower the cost of prescription drugs, provide down payment assistance for first-time homebuyers, and build millions of new homes. As commander-in-chief, she said, I will make sure America has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world. I will strengthen, not surrender, America's global leadership, and stand with America's allies because our alliances keep American people safe and make America stronger and more secure. While Trump offers more chaos, more division, and policies that help those at the very top and hurt everyone else, Harris said, I offer a different path. And I ask for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to make your life better. I pledge to listen to experts, to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make, and to people who disagree with me. I pledge to approach my work with the joy and optimism that comes from making a difference in people's lives. And I pledge to be a president for all Americans, and to always put country above party and self. I love our country with all my heart, she said, and I believe in its promise, because I've lived it. And I see the promise of America in all of you. I see it in the young people who are voting for the first time who are determined to live free from gun violence and to protect our planet and to shape the world they inherit. I see it in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom and the men who support them. I see it in Republicans who have never voted for a Democrat before, but have put the Constitution of the United States over party. I've seen it in Americans, different in many respects, but united in our pursuit of freedom, our belief in fairness and decency, and our faith in a better future. Nearly 250 years ago, America was born when we wrested freedom from a petty tyrant. Across the generations, Americans have preserved that freedom, expanded it, and in so doing, proved to the world that a government of, by, and for the people is strong and can endure. And those who came before us, The patriots at Normandy and Selma, Seneca Falls and Stonewall, on farmlands and factory floors, they did not struggle, sacrifice, and lay down their lives only to see us cede our fundamental freedoms, only to see us submit to the will of another petty tyrant. These United States of America, we are not a vessel for the schemes of wannabe dictators. The United States of America is the greatest idea humanity ever devised. A nation big enough to encompass all our dreams, strong enough to withstand any fracture or fissure between us, and fearless enough to imagine a future of possibilities. So, America, let us reach for that future. Let us fight for this beautiful country we love. And in 7 days, we have the power. Each of you has the power to turn the page and start writing the next chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told. I thank you all, she said. God bless you. And may God bless the United States of America. Point 1b United States. U.S. ports to get $3 billion from Biden for decarbonization effort. Bloomberg Law News. The funding will further slash 12,000 short tons of nitrogen oxides and 200 short tons of particulate matter 2.5, also known as PM2.5 or soot, in 1C. United States cold climate heat pumps. Germany and the United States. Bosch's IDS Ultra cold climate heat pump just hit the market. Electric cold climate heat pumps are much more energy efficient compared to traditional oil or propane heating systems, and they also reduce homeowners' carbon. Bosch IDS Ultra cold climate heat pump. PHCP Pros. Bosch Home Comfort, its latest innovation, the IDS Ultra cold climate heat pump. Bosch brings IDS Ultra cold climate heat pump to market. ACHR News. Bosch's IDS Ultra can provide heat in temperatures as low as 13 degrees Fahrenheit and has a 100% heating capacity down to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. It is also compliant with the new Bosch Home Comfort launches IDS Ultra cold climate heat pump. Contracting business. Bosch becomes the first manufacturer to launch a cold climate heat pump developed for DOE Challenge, South Korea and the United States. LG wins 2025 AHR Innovation Award for Residential Cold Climate Heat Pump. LG Newsroom. Award-winning heat pump delivers advanced efficiency and heating performance in extreme cold conditions. Seoul, October 29, 2024. LG Electronics. LG wins 2025 AHR Innovation Award for Residential Cold Climate Heat Pump. PR Newswire. Award-winning heat pump delivers advanced efficiency and heating performance in extreme cold conditions. Seoul, South Korea, October 29, 2024. United States. This ancient heating tech could shave hundreds off your energy bills. The cool down. Rebate for installing a modern dual-use heat pump. For space, the heat pump is an elegant replacement for the furnace and cheaper too. New report reveals the #1 home appliance that's flying off the shelves, and it's not what you think. The cool down. Switching to heat pump water heaters can make a real difference in your monthly bills. Rebate for installing a modern dual-use heat pump for United States heat pumps. PV Magazine USA. Wider use of electric heat pumps to heat buildings creates a larger market for renewable energy, but also presents challenges, which can be met. United States. Proving heat pump viability with existing systems. Cooling Post. The paper offers guidance for installers and homeowners looking to make the switch to heat pumps without replacing their entire heating systems. Point 1 to United States. U.S. National Interagency Fire Center wildfire update as of October 28, Forest Economic Advisors. Burned 2,529,494 acres. The 10-year average 2014 to 23 for the same period is 49,958 wildfires and 6,404,088 acres burned. FEA compiles the wood. 1 United States. PM2.5 enters the lung alveoli. Atmospheric emissions of fine particle matter bound rare earth elements from industry. Nature. Atmospheric PM2.5 can easily enter the alveoli. 2A World. Action against forest biomass subsidies gains momentum at COP16. Munga Bay. Wood pellet production and biomass burning are tied intrinsically to both problems. Burning wood pellets, a myth critics tirelessly discount. 2B World. Heat Pump Cold Climate Challenge. Web. IOScience. Simulation and analysis of solar-assisted air source heat pump heating system in severe cold region. The combination of solar power and heat pump research can be traced back to the mid-20th century. Sue et al. 2C World. Unique smoke emissions from wildland-urban interface fires. NOAA Climate. The combination of burned plastics, resins, and wood could affect interactions between smoke and sunlight, potentially influencing climate. 3A California Butte County. Burn permit suspension to be lifted in Butte County. News. Action News Note. Action News now burned. The burning of trash, painted wood, or other debris is not allowed. Do not burn on windy days. Piles should be no larger than 4 feet in. 3B California Sonoma County. Rain puts damper on Cal Fire's prescribed burn in Sonoma County. ABC 7 News. Burned in 2017. East Bay cities consider banning vegetation, wood fences within 5 feet of homes to reduce fire risks. For Colorado. Up to $4,000 now available for energy-efficient home upgrades for Boulder County residents. Boulder County. The rebates can be used for heat pumps for heating and cooling, heat pump water heaters, induction or electric stoves, insulation and air sealing. 5 Maryland. Using heat pumps to dry wood could green up construction industry, UMD study shows. Maryland Today. University of Maryland. A heat pump expert can learn a lot about the specific needs of the wood drying industry, said CE postdoctoral researcher Andrew Fix, who is the 6 Massachusetts Boston. Haze lifts over Boston area, but smoke still rising from brush fires north of the city. Universal Hub. In the woods there's plastic and trash in the underbrush, think wind blowing it. So some of this smoke is smoke from burning trash and plastic. Smoke hanging over Boston as North Shore wildfire blazes. Sentinel and Enterprise. Smoke into the city and areas immediately downwind. The North Shore fire started in woods near a Walmart in Salem on Saturday, one of many fires. 7 Rhode Island. DM issues statewide fire ban amid heightened wildfire risk. Yahoo. If you spot smoke or fire, stay calm and call 911. Dispose of wood stove ashes carefully, placing ashes in a metal bucket filled with. 8 Vermont. Vermont issues statewide ban on debris burning. No burning permits shall be issued. Morning AG clips. Some of these fires were caused by improper disposal of wood stove ash and debris burning. For the current fire danger forecast, visit https://FPR. Vermont Business Magazine. Sunday, October 27th, the Barnard Fire Department was 9 Tennessee Memphis. Health Department gives air quality warning action news 5. The Special Air. 10 Texas Austin. AFD. Fire extinguished after crews respond to fire at abandoned building in downtown Austin. MSN AFD received multiple calls for fire and heavy smoke coming from an abandoned building at 340. How to inspect a wood-burning fireplace yourself. 11 Wisconsin Janesville. Wood-burning heating equipment cause of Janesville house fire news. WKOW.com. Wood-burning heating equipment is to blame for a large house fire Monday in Janesville, according to the Janesville Fire. 12A Canada, British Columbia. Maple Ridge. Maple Ridge's wood-burning households fret about regulations. Maple Ridge Pitt Meadows News. Burning practices and register their wood-burning fireplaces, stoves, or furnaces. Metro says wood smoke from residential indoor wood-burning can. 12B Canada, British Columbia. BC Wildfire Service pile burning outside Kelowna. Castanet. The BC Wildfire Service is planning to burn 2 piles of wood debris in an area approximately 1 kilometer west of Highway 33 and 25 kilometers. 13 United Kingdom. Heat pumps key to built environment decarbonization goals. Construction Digital. McKinsey research outlines pathway to transition from gas boilers to heat pump technology, with focus on challenges in cold climate adoption. 14A India. AP photos. River and air pollution in India's capital pose a severe health threat to residents. ABC News. PM2.5 can enter deep into the lungs and cause diseases. Still, Hindu devotees have not given up their religious. 14B India. AQI improves. Forecast for Diwali still grim. Latest news. Delhi Hindustan Times. The highest single-day contribution of farm fires to Delhi's PM2.5 load this season has been 15.97% on October 23rd. EWS predicted that Delhi's 14C India. The level of air pollution in Delhi exceeded the WHO standard by 30 times PM2.5, which can penetrate deep into the lungs and cause a range of illnesses, reached 350. 14D India. Shocking air quality. This city tops global pollution list with AQI of 708. Mathrubhumi English. AQI touched 708 at 11 p.m. Monday, with PM2.5 concentration being 431 micrograms per cubic meter, 86.2 times more than the WHO annual air. 15 PM2.5 and breast cancer. Growing evidence for the role of air pollution in breast cancer development. ASCO Publications. Outdoor air pollution was classified as a Group 1 carcinogen on the basis of epidemiologic evidence for fine particulate matter PM2.5 in lung. Air pollution exposure linked to higher breast cancer risk. MDEG. Topline. A recent study found that long-term exposure to fine particulate matter less than or equal to 2.5 micrometers PM2.5 is associated with an increased risk for breast